is going to be on the play here. We do see him starting with the ink. We do see him starting us off with a Royal Guard, and we're coming straight into the final round of the Taipei DLC. This is going to be a best of 3. It is currently untimed. It will be Blurple versus blue-green matchup. So, I mean, look, the starting turns are going to be quite similar, right? You're going to see a ink, 1-drop, and then I think it's going to be ink. Oh, yeah, I mean, sometimes you don't need to play a 1-drop from Ed. Typically, we would see something like the Clarabelle or the Basil coming out from his side of the field. But both players here want to ramp, right? So it is going to be Sail the Azurite Sea for pass upon. I think it's just going to be an ink of a card, likely going to be, I think, the Royal Guard that we're looking at his hand here. But if he inks the Royal Guard, that means he's not going to be able to play the second Royal Guard. But looking at the rest of his cards in his hand, decides that that's the least valuable card. That's the card he wants to be in the inkwell the most.
Yeah, he's very secure to the quest with the Royal Guard because there's no characters on board for Ad. But you have to. Well, you're competing with Sapphire Emerald deck. It's a complete control deck, right? So you can, for a Blood Bowl player, can go fast in terms of waiting for the mid game.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Edmund here going to be playing the Tipo, trying to think which card he wants to ink the most. We do see a 1-cost Clarabelle in his hand, going to be able to play that for the as a shift target for the 5-cost shift Clarabelle. But none of that in his hand just yet. Has a John Silver, has, I think that's a Prince Philip Vanquisher offloads in his hand as well. So his hand is locked and loaded for the future turns. But now over to pass upon, he has the Genie to play, has the Cheshire Cat as well. So many different options. Double ramp option here would be really nice to have. Could go for a double ink Sail the Azurite Sea Cheshire Cat option, plays the inks the Cheshire Cat instead, opting to go for a Genie play, is going to quest for 1 more, bring him up to 2.
Yeah, drawing a card here with board is important because Ed's no
here as Ed won't be able to sing Malicious Mean and Scary, does get rid of that, is going to quest 2 with the Genie, pass upon right now, creeping ahead, slowly widening the gap between this matchup.
Yeah, with only 2 cards in pass upon's hand, both the mono can be ready next turn, which led pass upon to lead, having a great lead in the final first round, and Ed have to find an answer for that, and he's just questing for the Tipo and saying saying that you are welcome back to his own deck and try for solutions.
Yeah, look, I mean, shuffling the deck here, I mean, this is one of the few cards which lets you do that. I mean, Lorcana, you don't really shuffle the deck all too much, but you're welcome here. Forces you to shuffle a character back to its owner's deck. Allows you to shuffle it, draw 2, right? So playing your welcome on the Tipo the Equester here does get him that cheeky 1 lore, but also allows you to shuffle your deck and gain 2 cards. I know I keep saying shuffle, but it is a very important thing because, I mean, if he was missing any of that Malicious Mean and Scaries, now he has a slightly higher chance of drawing that. Is going to play Cinderella, is going to be able to trigger whatever you wish for, and he is desperately wishing for a Malicious Mean and Scary here.
Yeah, so I got some sort of mistake that Husband has already having 3 or more cards in hand, so the small demona cannot ready in this turn. But still, Passapon have Genie and a big demona on play, which is the Genie with evasive is easy to lore quester right now. And Passapon plays the Hades to put Ed's Cinderella to its inkwell and keep questing.
Yeah, so look here, I mean, Infernal Schemer is going to do so much for Passapon here. Going to be sending the Cindy into the inkwell, not having a Malicious Mean and Scary Singer is going to hurt at just a little bit. He needed Cinderella to survive in order for him to sing Malicious Mean and Scary if he had it in hand, so he can play Prince Philip Vanquisher of Foes. He's currently at 10 ink, right? So that means you would be able to just board wipe Pasapon's board if he had the Cinderella. But he doesn't.
Yeah, Cinderella is already in at Inkwell and placing the Donald Duck Perfect Gentleman right now to allow him to keep gaining resources.
Keep digging. I mean, that is the name of the game here. Edmund inking the Prince Philip there is interesting. I would have expected him to play that down as another target. But I wonder if that means he's got something like a Ink Geyser maybe for next turn here. I don't know, man. I mean, it feels weird for you to even Ink Geyser there. You would probably want to play Clarabelle first and then kind of Ink Geyser and pass. But yeah, no, look, pass upon just going to be exerting Donald Duck there. Is going to be using his own Demona Scourge of the Wyvern Clan to get rid of the Donald Duck. We are going to be questing for 6 here, bringing pass upon up to 17. This game is wildly getting out of hand here. Pass upon in the definitive lead. And not being able to get anything. Inks the Masters Mean Scary plays the combo.
Ooh.
This is what he was waiting for. This is what he was buying time for, but is it too little, too late right now?
I mean, I don't think it's already too late because if his characters is placed on board, but still, Ed needs to catch up very soon.
Yeah, top decking right now, looking at 1, 2, 3 cards. I mean, John Silver is not a bad pick. Malicious Mean and Scary there, but no other Prince Philip to use. No other Vanquisher of Foes to trigger is, I think, goes ahead with, another Divisions of the Future gets Ink Geyser Under the Sea. Under the Sea is going to be pretty clutch there. Does he have 8 ink to play it, though? I mean, he could sing it with the Prince Philip, though. So I think that is going to be the choice for him. Has enough ink to just sing, play Under the Sea. Is going to start gaining the advantage. Is going to start gaining lore right now. Bring him up to 4. Plays the Infernal Schemer there. Yep, Ed is, Ed's only chance. Ed's only Prince Philip gets sent straight to the Inkwell. Pass upon in the slightly it's not game just yet. Has Sail the Ezraite Sea in hand. Draws for 1 more card. Plays a second Sail the Ezraite Sea. Digging for more options. Digging for more lore. Gets placed the table. Passes quests with the Hades Infernal Schemer as well. These turns are just so quick.
Yeah. So right now, Ed's is.
Yeah, no, that it just decides to scoop right there. Ed decides this is too much that he can handle. Pass upon wins game number 1 on the play, but this means that Ed is going to be on the play next turn. Blue-green is actually, I would say, a counter to Blurple. I mean,
yep.
I know Ed is playing 4 copies of Under the Sea here, so if Passapon isn't too careful, just goes extremely wide on the board, and Ed manages to hit 8 ink or a total of 8 cost characters on the board,
yeah.
I think Ed can just sing Under the Sea, and, Passapon has to build from ground up. Problem here in game 1, Ed just wasn't able to draw any of his good cards.
Yeah, so before, in the previous game, we mentioned about, we live stream about the Ed's game. We always talk about blue-green is a control deck. How is the most control deck right now in meta, and how to manage your own board, your opponent's board, and the right card needs to show up at the right moment.
At the right time, exactly.
Yeah, and I do believe it's not the right timing for Ed in game 1, but he's on the play on game 2. And I believe blue-green's player, if you are on the play, it could easy to secure another win and try to get back in game 3.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Ed is not out of it just yet. I mean, he's been in these situations before. I mean, Ed is no familiar to the finals table. I mean, he was in the finals of the World Championship in the previous season. Ed is one of the GOATs of the Lorcana community here, so I have no doubt that he knows how to remain calm, knows how to play his own game. Meanwhile, Passapon here, I really liked how quickly he was playing. I mean, Passapon was very, very deliberate with his list, very, very deliberate with how he played. He knew against blue-green, he can't give them time. So even his decision just now of playing the Genie on turn 4 instead of the double ramp was a really good call, because he knew his Genie could basically quest for free. I think he gained him in total something like 8 lore, which is just crazy.
Yeah, with Genie on board, like maybe if I remember correctly, that's the only evasive character in Ed's side should be the
Prince Philip.
Big Prince Philip,
That's
which is Ed need to think about when is the right moment to place it on board. Maybe probably is with the malicious mean and scary. So Genie is safe. I mean, he
Genie
can
is very
keep
safe.
questing for True Lord, and True Lord.
Yeah, here both players, rather Ed manages to get his ramp this time around, manages pass upon on his other hand, is matching Ink for Ink at this point, does have the Royal Guard in his field already going to quest for one. This is what he was doing the previous turn. Ed is going to be playing now, going to be having the Cinderella to play from his hand, going to be inking a card from his hand to continue filtering through his deck. Right now, he's got one piece of the puzzle. He has the Under the Sea. Right, this card made a difference, tried to make a difference at the second last turn of the previous game.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be in good effect now. We do see the Prince Philip as well in his hand, the small Prince Philip, which will matter.
Yeah. So right now, pass upon Ink to let it go, and like the previous game, Genie Wish
Genie.
Fulfill is out, and drawing extra card for pass upon. I believe that is the base. So,
Yeah, look, he's making the decision whether or not he wants to quest here. I think he is happy with letting Ed take out the Royal Guard with his Cinderella should he choose to do so. But you know what? He has the Genie as well that he can use to swing back if he would like to. But Ed here not giving a moment's respite. He is going to be playing the one-drop Clarabelle, going to be shifting it to Clarabelle Light on her hooves here. Now going to be matching the hand size of Passupon. So bringing his hand back up to 5 right now. Passupon does have the Genie on the board, so he will be able to do. We will be able to quest quite a bit here with that Genie, because there's nothing but nope, decides to get rid of that Clarabelle, which in my opinion is a slightly questionable choice, because you know it's not the only unit on Ed's side of the board. You know, previously it was, so getting rid of the Clarabelle means there was no malicious, mean, and scary combination that could be sung, but here, you know, opting to just play a little bit safer, have a few less units or characters on Ed's side of the field, will means that he can sing less, right? So things like You're Welcome can't be sung, and it can be sung by the Clarabelle,
Yeah.
but it's just one less card that you can kind of sing for free.
yeah. So Cinderella come out again, and with another with the small Prince Philip, place on board, maintaining board control for Ed, and end the turn and
Yeah,
pass it back to Passupon.
that's right. He just gets one more ramp option, one more ink in the inkwell with the Cinderella, as well as you know, developing his backup option with the Prince Philip Royal Explorer. There, we are going to see Passupon play that Demona, meaning all of Ed's characters are currently going to be exerted, and this is what Passupon plays that Demona for, right? He is playing it so that he can get rid of stuff like the Cinderella. We are going to see the Basil trading into the Prince Philip. We are going to see 2 lore gained from the side of Genie. Passupon going to feel really great about that.
Yeah, but reminded that Ed is already having 8 ink in
That's right.
his ink well. So with Cinderella on board, malicious military combo can be casted right now, but no, he's just casting the Prince Philip, the big Prince Philip, to banish all the damaged character on Passupon board side.
Yeah, I mean, look, Passupon made the job easy for Ed, right? He was like, hey, look, I'm going to swing all my characters into you. Does clear Ed's board, but makes him vulnerable for Prince Philip, Vanquisher of Foes. But he was ready for that. I mean, there was a Hades that was infernally scheming in his hand that dropped out.
Yeah. So Vision of Future is used, and I mean, what's the solution for Ed right now?
You're Welcome was a good start. I mean, you can get the Infernal Schemer into the deck. You're also making Passupon draw to 2, meaning that his Demona won't be able to ready the next turn, right? And also having a Clarabelle there is really good, because it will allow Ed to draw 2 more cards thanks to the You're Welcome here. So Passupon going to be drawing 2. 2 Sail the Ezra sees is not really going to be it, but I mean, the good news is that he can just kind of have inking options as well as playing it so that he can just cycle through more of his deck. We are going to see, I think, 8 ink in total for pass upon there. I do expect to see a Selly Ezra C be inked here. No, in fact, going to be using it first. Going to draw him a card. He gets the Into the Unknown. Into the Unknown, the Clarabelle would be really good, but is there a way for him to exert this Clarabelle? There's only 4 ink left for pass upon. 5 ink. I lied. It's going to be a let it go immediately for that Clarabelle here. Edmund has just so much ink in his inkwell, but doesn't have enough cards. Has the 2 cards bonus that he got from pass upon, from the You're Welcome Clarabelle combo in the previous turn, but is it enough?
Yeah, different bring is used, but I do believe right now is right timing to use Ink Geyser, right?
This is, yeah, you're right. It is a huge time to use Ink Geyser here. We do see Ed managing to draw into the Prince Philip Vanquisher of Foes into his hand, but there's only 1 unit on the board. I don't think he was really looking for that. I think those 2 Under the Seas. Not really the targets that you're looking for either here. I mean, a third Cinderella here would be really good. He can kind of use that Under the Sea as ink. Yeah, but, I mean, the options are looking more and more narrow. Going to be playing Visions of the Future this time around, looking at the top 5 cards of his deck. Getting to select one. Ink Geyser is an option there. Clarabelle is also, unfortunately, part of that 5 cards. You can only choose one. Which card is Edmund going to pick?
For me, I'll go for Ink Geyser because it can recycle his ink with multiple resources in Sapphire side. It's easy for Ed to build a board with multiple hand resources, right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, look, he's also got Donald Duck there. We are going to see the Ink Geyser play that you were talking about. So, Ink Geyser, a card that has been printed since set 7. I believe that is Arcasia's Island here, but we've only started seeing play right now. What happens is both players are going to shuffle the Inkwell. Right, they're gonna choose. The opponent is gonna choose 3 cards. Those 3 cards are gonna remain in the inkwell. The rest of those cards are gonna go straight to your hand. Really good against non-Sapphire decks, right?
Yep.
Because, well, you don't really have many options to regain some of that ink. But I think Ed chose that here because he saw pass upon playing 3, if not 4, of his Sail the Ezra Sea. So there's very few ramping options for pass upon here.
Yeah. So tons of cards in both players' hand. They got multiple options, but limited resources in their own inkwell. And we see pass upon playing Treasure Cat and Basil and just pass for turn. And with multiple cards in hand, Demona cannot be ready at the start of his turn.
Yeah, look, this Demona is going to be exerted for a very, very long time here. There is no way it's going to be ready. We do see Ed going to be starting us off with Sail the Ezra Sea, and this is what a lot of these good blue-green players are going to do. They are going to hope that they, get some of that Sail the Ezra Seas back from the inkwell. We are going to see Sail the Ezra Sea being played gonna be inking the 2 T-pos that he had previously inked. Cinderella gonna be the choice of card of ramp for Ed Chu here. He's gonna be able to ink 2 cards and draw 2 more. I mean, the combo is working very, very well for Ed this game.
Yeah, he can. Due to the ability of Cinderella, he can even ink the uninkable card.
Exactly.
Yeah, like right now, I believe Under the Sea would be a perfect options for Ed because just Basil is targetable options.
Look at that ink difference, by the way. There is, Ed has 8 ink. Pasapon has 5 ink, but Pasapon has a really wide board. I mean, yes, a lot of those characters only have 1 or 2 willpower, but going this wide is really good. Actually, playing Dumbo here for Pasapon is amazing. It is an evasive character, so the only way for Ed to kind of get rid of it is to play that Prince Philip, or is going to be constantly bounced around by some of those Basil undercover detectives.
Yeah, so different resources is in Ed's hand, and I believe Malicious Minion Scary combo would be a good options right now due to the hand size of Ed. Maybe he's already having enough resources in his hand. And yep.
Yeah, look, MMS Prince Philip is going to be really good. We are instead going to see Under the Sea being sung by the two Cinderellas, going to be bottoming the Basil as well as the Royal Guard here, only getting rid of 2 cards. Is going to be inking the Prince Philip, going to be playing Clarabelle here. Clumsy Guest, and another Donald Duck not having Prince Philip Vanquisher of Foes. Feels kind of weird. That's 3 perfect gentlemen there. Is Edmund a perfect gentleman to you, Anson?
Yeah, I mean, if you keep letting me to draw cards in at our first turn, at our turn, I mean, at least I can get extra 3 more right now.
Why, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Why, thank you.
He is a perfect gentleman for me.
It's true, it's true. So we do see Ed Chu playing You're Welcome here, singing You're Welcome here, going to let Pasapon draw a few more. I mean, look, Pasapon's hand is so wide, so what is a few more cards in his hand? The answer is, well, not too much, you know. I mean, he doesn't have the ink to play it. Finally gets his last seal, the Ezra. See, they're going to be able to ink twice here, bring him up to 5 ink. With 5 ink, there's a lot that Pasapon can do, but this board is looking so wide for the side of Echu.
Yeah, and the Demona will be sitting here like forever because still the Pasapon hand size is still having multiple cards in hand, and Iago is just placed for Pasapon, and Cheshire Cat is sung.
Yeah, no. Cheshire Cat is going to be swinging into one of the perfect gentlemen there thanks to Swordplay. Swordplay is the card that Pasapon has ticked in for his Blurple deck. It allows him Challenger +3, right? So that allows Cheshire Cat to swing 6 instead of 3 strength.
Yep. So right now is back to Ed's turn and saying You're Welcome by Cinderella back. Yeah, placing.
Yeah, that hurts, man.
Yeah, so back to the Pasapon's side and drawing 2 for Pasapon.
So we are going to see Ed start to chip away with the Clarabelle into the Demona. There is going to be a board wipe for Pasapon, or as much as a board wipe as possible, I guess. Ed here going to be starting to quest pretty aggressively. I believe it is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lore, I believe. So bringing him up to 8. Right now, Ed is in ahead in terms of lore, in terms of board, in terms of value, in terms of ink, in all matters of the word. Ed is ahead, but Hades Infernal Schemer is planning to turn that on its head.
Yeah, so right now for me, I believe Ed is still maintaining control on the board with multiple Donald Ducks in play, allowing him to dig through his deck and try to find the right solutions, right card, right characters need to be played on board right now. And it's like Pasapon needs to react on every single time.
Yeah, but look, in terms of reactions, your best reaction here is going to be that Hades Infernal Schemer, and he has one more in his hand. He has another Into the Unknown as well. He has so many tools. I mean, this is the reason why I said you can't really count Blurple out until they are out completely. I believe Pasapon still has... there's still a way for him to come back in his game. He also has quite a few 1-drops that he can play. So if he just inks every time, and he just plays Hades whenever Ed plays the Prince Philips, I mean, you're gonna be pretty alright with that.
Yeah. So Cinderella, the first Cinderella is placed on the table for Ed, and it's allow him to ink 3 card in his inkwell and draw 3 card at the end of his turn, which is tons of card can be used. And another C is sang by Cinderella, and
we're going to be questing for 6 here.
Yeah.
So Ed is currently at 14. The Pasapon needs to find a way to deal with a lot of these 2 quests. The Cinderellas here are basically trivial. You want to get rid of the Clarabelle. You want to get rid of the Donald Ducks as well. I mean, he has 2 answers, right? He has the Into the Unknown that can be sung. He has the Hades, which can trade... Actually, no, you can't really trade much into the Donald Duck, so we'll likely see it sing something like Into the Unknown, and he has one more Hades Infernal Schemer in his hand as well. Now we do see 3 Into the Unknowns being hard played into the 3 Donald Ducks. That is a massive turn. He was waiting for that.
Yeah, but I do believe that Ed's side, he's already having the Malicious Mean and Scary combo in his hand, and by placing it on this turn to wipe out Pasapon's board, I mean, keep gaining pressure on Pasabon side.
Yeah, I mean, look, now the board is quite even. I mean, yeah, Ed has just so much more angry. He is going to play. I think that may be his third, if not the fourth, Prince Philip Vanquisher of Foes, but Pasapon was waiting for this. Pasapon has that Infernal Schemer in his hand, and he's been so patient with it. He was waiting for Ed to play the Prince Philip, so I do expect to see, he's literally eyeing it, right? He's like, hey, I'm ready. I've got this control.
I've still got control. I mean, Ink Geyser is used again.
Second Ink Geyser there is going to be, the nail in the coffin there. Pasapon knows this. He is instantly scooping, going to game number 3 here in the grand finals of the Taipei DLC. Right? I mean, that match, Ink Geyser, man, this card is a menace.
Yeah. You definitely not really having I mean, you don't really usually see the Ink Geyser used in a normal matchup, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, Ink Geyser has increased in popularity since the last 2 DLCs. You know, the blue-green players, I think, and past 4 DLCs actually. I believe Fungus, used it in his build of blue-green way back, I think, before Winterspell was released. And the card showcased why blue-green players should be playing that, right? And here, Ed has decided to turn up the heat a little bit, playing 2 Ink Geysers. And we've seen how the second one has come in so clutch. I mean, he was bound to draw the second Ink Geyser, right? The amount of cards he was filtering through his deck, thanks to the 3 Cinderellas, thanks to the Donald Duck Perfect Gentlemen's, it was an inevitability.
Yeah, don't forget about the Carabel. You keep digging for the Ink Geyser, and I believe MVP for the game 2 will be the Ink Geyser. Just turn the side of the board, when the Blood Pro players keep building the board, right? Ink Geyser is coming up.
That's right. I mean, look at this, right? Ed just used the Ink Geyser and the perfect timings, right? And this last turn, I think if he didn't have that second Ink Geyser, there was a route where Pasapon could come back.
Yeah.
Ed really smartly played the Prince Philip Vanquisher of the Foes first, right? To establish that unit on the board, the character on the board, knowing that that Pasapon can't get rid of it unless he has 7 ink, unless he has the Hades Infernal Schemer in his hand.
Yeah. So right now we are seeing the final game on our final. We are having a BO3 format in our Taipei DLC, and this is our final game for today, and we're deciding who will get the trophy of Taipei DLC.
Yeah, I mean, not only the trophy, man, it's the world's invite, which these guys are fighting for. I mean, Ed is no stranger to the worlds, but Pasapon, this is the first season he's played. This is the first season that the Thai folks have gotten their cards. This is the first season since Asia has gotten their cards and their DLCs. I mean, having an Asian winner would be huge, but, Ed, fan favorite, and man, I must tell you, Ed is such a nice guy to chat with as well. So I am split. I don't know who to root for, and we're down to game number 3. That is all us as casters can ask for.
Yeah, for me, I'll always root for the good player, and I mean both players demonstrate a good game in this final. I mean, Blue Pro player already demonstrating how he managed to build a board early and try to stay ahead of the Sapphire Emerald deck. But on S side, it's still controlling the board. Try to control the board until the end of the game, right?
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, look here. Pasapon is going to start us off with 1 Basil, 2 Basils, is going to start questing with those Basils. But Ed here going to kick things off with a 1 ramp. Of course, going to be sailing to the Azurite Sea here. Going to give 1 more ramp. But what card is he going to ink?
I'm not sure, but for me, I will play at least a character on board right now. But I do think that ads don't mind having no characters on board because they need to ramp for try to build the game in later.
Yeah, look here. I mean, the thing is, I realize Pasapon doesn't have ramp, which is a massive tempo loss for the side of Pasapon. Being on the play does help him just a little bit, and also having Cheshire Cat on the board is also going to help. But not having ramp just feels really bad for Pasapon. So missing ramp is going to be huge for the side of Pasapon, but a huge boon for Edmund.
Yep. Right now, Passport is thinking about whether he should quest with Basil. Oh no, his quest for Basil and Treasure Cat and placing a Dumbo on board, and keep questing. And right now is going back to Edmund's side, and Carabel is used and saying,
You're welcome.
"You're welcome."
Yeah, he's gonna sing "You're welcome" into and pushing the Dumbo into the deck. Pasapon here, not gonna be pleased with that. The Dumbo was gonna be his resource engine, but here, unfortunately, just has to draw 2 instead. Ed only has 1 card in his hand. Clarabelle light on who's gonna draw him 3 more cards. Gonna feel super good. Yeah, just sending more cards into Pasapon's hands so that he can draw more of his own.
Yeah, resource card is resources, hand is resources in TCG, and right now, it is still considering what he should do right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, there isn't too many options, to be really honest. He's trying to think if there's a world where Prince Philip would turn here, but I don't think there's ever a world where that would happen. Draws 3 instead, passes it over to Pasapon. Pasapon just counting the amount of ink in Ed's Inkwell right now has 6 because Ed was able to ramp. Unfortunately for Pasapon, wasn't able to do so. So
Still on 5 this turn if he ink, and I believe which guidebook is ink, and Elsa is used for Basil for 2 lore, and questing. Rushing the Elsa rushing to the Carabel with 2 Basil supporting her, take out the draw engine for admin, which is a little bit lost for Edchill right now because he can't having extra resources.
yeah, but I think Visions in the Future is going to help him a little bit. Gets the Ink Geyser right now, but I think that is a little bit too early. Manages to see 2 You're Welcomes. I mean, there's so much removal here, which he would want to see later on in the games of bottom decks, those cards as well. I mean, he could always have that last You're Welcome to kind of shuffle his own cards to ensure that some of those removal come up, surface in the deck a little bit more. But he is going to just play Sail the Azeroth. See here, looking at all the different options, I think MMS would be huge. But nope, going to play the Perfect Gentleman first to let him see more cards later in the game.
Yeah, I mean, right now the board is a little bit tricky. Like, Pasapon do not have ramp.
Yeah, but no, it doesn't matter. You're able to hit 6 ink right now. Demona comes down, going to be exerting that Prince Philip as well as that Donald Duck. We see the first Basil going to be trading into the Prince Philip. We see the support from the second Basil going to give Cheshire Cat the much support he needs to get rid of that Donald Duck. Right now, Ed's board is looking fairly empty, but Pasapon is very, very vulnerable to a malicious, mean, and scary.
Yeah. Although we do know that Treasure Cat is allowed to shifting damage counter towards different characters on board, but with the big Prince Philip in Ed's side, it's vulnerable.
Yeah, it is very, very vulnerable here. I mean, Ed has enough ink to just hardcast a Prince Philip Vanquisher of Foes, and this is what I was talking about, right? You just want to hardcast to get rid of the Cheshire Cat. You want to start getting rid of some of those units. Pasapon doesn't have a way to get rid of the Prince Philip right now unless he has the Hades Infernal Schemer. Hades Infernal Schemer would be huge, and you know, so far Pasapon has been really, really good at controlling when he uses the Infernal Schemer. We're going to see a quest for 3, bringing Pasapon up to 13. He knows how to play this matchup. He knows he needs to rush Ed down. He needs to gain as much lore as possible. Ed, I'm not sure if that's a good thing. Just malicious mean it's scary. That gets the Prince Vanquisher of Foes is going to be seeing the combo. That is a board wipe for Passapon. Ed's going to be very happy. Looks incredibly relieved that the malicious mean scary is there. We're going to see Into the Unknown striking back on the first Prince Philip, but that's a second Prince Philip on the board that Passapon needs to deal with. He needs to use the Hades Infernal Schemer.
Do we know that Passapon have the Hades Infernal Schemer in his hand? But
I think I saw blue. I saw something blue. No, it is Into the Unknown. That's still going to be pretty good. They're going to be inking. The Royal Guard is going to be playing the Bell. Bell is going to be able to trade this Basil if he wants to. Both players are playing off the top of their decks.
Yeah, but we're seeing...
Clarabelle being dropped as well. Tipo, I mean, look, Ed is slowly gaining the board control right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's considering whether he should quest with Basil, but I do believe that he should stay ready, right?
Yeah, I mean, if he quests with Basil here, Passapon can use the Bell to swing into it. I mean, it is going to be eliminating, banishing the Basil, praying for the top. Oh, gets the Infernal Schemer from the top of his deck here. That is absolutely crazy.
Both players just top decked their important cards in the final game.
This game is popping off. I mean, Malicious Mean is carrying out the top of the deck. Managed to get Ed Chu past to this state. Gets the Demona as well. Manages to get the Hades to deal with the Prince Philip there. Passapon is 5 lore away from going to Worlds. We are going to see his third Prince Philip being played from Ed Chu. Demona is on the board. Can't really do anything with this Prince Philip. What does Passapon draw? I mean, he's like thinking about it so much.
I mean, that would be a character that he can play on board, but no.
Ooh, gonna be inking the Swordplay here. Swordplay, not the card that he wants to see. Ed is now scot-free with that Prince Philip, Vanquisher of the Foes, is gonna be able to play Cinderella, is going to be able to start filtering through his deck here. This finals is so exciting to see.
Yeah, Ed is climbing up with lore.
Ooh, okay. That is going to be a Cinderella. Cinderella is going to be gotten rid of by that Demona. Prince Philip still running away. Elsa, I mean, if he had the Swordplay, would be able to deal 5 damage to Prince Philip, and then you'd still need a follow-up of something like the Cheshire Cat here. Ed here is going to get rid of the Demona, actually, here, playing it super safe, playing the Donald Duck Perfect Gentleman here, allowing Passapon to draw 2 if he wants to, does draw from... you'll only be able to get the bonus draw from the Donald Duck on Ed's turn. We do see a boost from Passapon, and it is going to be just a pass. Ed here going to... Dude, Ed is just going to be drawing off the top of his deck, plays the Tipo, not triggering Tipo's ability. This finals is so intense.
Yeah, I mean, right now, in the previous turn, I thought the game is almost over, but right now, the whole situation has changed. And Elsa is come out and extracting Donald Duck, and Cheshire Cat, and Cheshire Cat and Elsa is just take out the Donald Duck, and shifting, boosting Cheshire Cat, wipe out Ed's board.
Yeah, this is so intense. Passapon is just 5 lore away from his World's Invite. Ed is 11 lore away. I mean, Ed has, I think, gone through 3 Prince Philip Vanquishers of Foes here. He has the small Prince Philip that he can play right now. Has 2 cards left in his hand. Is going to use Under the Sea. Going to send that Elsa to the bottom of Passapon's deck. Passapon going to be playing the Demona Betrayer of Clans here. Just making sure that you can't... Passapon is just making sure that you can't shift the 2 damage to the Prince Philip. Ensures that happens. Is going to quest for 1, bringing him up 1 step closer to 20 lore here. He's at 16. What does Ed have to answer this? He has Sail the Ezraite Sea first, going to allow him to draw 1 more card. Gets the Prince John. Prince John is definitely going to help reduce the amount of lore that Passapon can get. Uses Prince Philip here. Uses John Silver here. Ooh. Sends John Silver to the Inkwell with Hades Infernal Schemer. Passapon is top decking like God.
I mean, keep I mean, both players keep top decking.
Whoa,
Oh
look at
my
that
God.
genie into Demona. They won't let me stop because Pasapon here has just, I think, got a game. Oh, wait, MMS Prince Philip? Wait, is that the fourth one that Ed has? Ed is ready for this. Pasapon may have overextended here.
Yeah, I do believe that in Ed's hand, combo is ready. But I mean, at least Prince Philip is ready, but he's still finding the malicious meaning scary.
No, I think he had the military means Gary, but even if he didn't have it, he has it now as an option. He is keeping us on the edge of our seats.
Yeah, I mean, it's the perfect timing to cast this combo because Pasapon is one step.
He's one lore away.
Yeah, one lore away from the from the DLC champion Taipei.
This game is so exciting. I mean, Pasapon knows there is still a way where he can sing MMS. He's still a way that he can play Prince Philip. Ed is going to be playing, hard playing MMS. Oh, that's a board wipe right here, right now. Pasapon has one lore away, plays the Genie. Genie could just be it, but Pasapon needs to play another character on the board. Does he have it? Does he have a way? Plays the Cheshire Cat, plays the Tipo, goes to Ed saying, look, if you have it, you have it, man.
I don't think right now Ed's had it, but he keep searching his deck.
I mean, Basil's going to be pretty good here. You're going to be able to bounce one character back to Pasapon's hand, but he needs at least two other removals here. He uses Visions of the Future. Again, John Silver is definitely going to help. Under the Sea here is going to be huge. Going to be able to send the Tipo as well as the Genie to the bottom of the deck. Going to be able to play the Basil as well if he wants to bounce the Cheshire Cat. This is the power of blue-green. Once you have your removals, you're going to start chaining them back to back to back. You're going to be sending all the cards either to the bottom of the deck or to Pasapon's hand.
Yeah, Inkwell is full of Ed's side and keep casting the characters upon
Yeah,
play.
I mean, look, Ink guys are here going to do some work. I mean, yeah, you're going to see 3 cards left into Inkwell. I mean, if Ed here is going to be able to do something. I mean, he's trying to fish for a removal from his Inkwell. We do see him have the Under the Seas now. We're going to see sing Under the Sea here. Going to send both both the cards there. We did see that You're Welcome. Oh no, not You're Welcome. It's You're Welcome instead of Basil here. A Pasapon, very close, but Ed is just not letting him win.
Yeah, you see, Ingaisa is a game changer like game 2 and saving Ed's game, like he's climbing back and try to build a board with limited resources in his Inkwell.
Yeah, but now, Pasapon having only 3 ink left is going to see if he has the answer. Pasapon is super excited. You can see he is just making sure of all the removals that Ed has in his discard pile, knowing what some of the options is definitely going to be useful here. I mean, Ed's board is looking really healthy, especially with Prince Philip. We know that Pasapon can't possibly play a Hades Infernal Schemer at this point of the game. We do see so many 1-drops on the side of Pasapon. Pasapon was ready for this.
Yeah, but Into the Unknown is now in Pasapon's hand. Is good to go next round. Just
no, but you see, the 3 1-drops here is not it. I mean, Ed has Under the Sea. He can't just sing Under the Sea with Prince Philip. This game is crazy.
It's not the game yet. Another Undersea is doing well and sending all the characters back to base Pasapon's deck.
Removal after removal after removal after removal. I mean, this blue-green deck, Ed is showing us how to play it. Even when your opponent has 19 lore, 1 lore away. This is how you do it, guys. You just stay calm, draw all your removals from your Inkwell, and just, keep playing. I mean, 19 lore. Pasapon is 1 lore away, but it seems like Ed is just going to be that much closer to taking it home. I mean, there's no way for Pasapon to gain that 1 lore in this. And that's it. Pasapon surrenders. Ed takes the victory here. It was so close. Congratulations to Ed Chu here for winning the Taipei DLC.